I'm in the process of making another video, but in the course of rereading some of the works of those who came before me, I came across a writing that is very profound, and I wanted to share it with you and then talk about it a little bit. Here it is. It's from the writings of Friend of Another, published in the year 2000. So here goes. To understand gold, we have to look at it through worldly eyes, in a very broad context. This is important because gold has a better history of storing true net worth over people's lifetimes. More so in a generational sense, not just in the decades span most of us choose to see it in. Even though fiat currencies often record it as a poorly performing asset in the relative short run, it has far outperformed every paper monetary system. That's because every paper money system has eventually died from old age, while gold lives on. During both the short and long haul, physical gold is wealth insurance for our extended families. This holds true because even holding gold in the early successful stages of a currency's life, war, politics, and natural disasters can work to destroy any nation's assets. This includes one's personal wealth that's denominated in the business structure of said destroyed society, gold mines included. Over time, one could never compare the returns of investing in stocks and bonds to owning gold. This is simply because when gold is entangled in currency schemes, its fiat value is falsely presented while the currency system ages. Only the commodity use of gold is reflected, not its much higher wealth reserve asset function. So there it is. It's high-level wisdom for a short-sighted time. We often see our world and assign it a sense of permanence, as if it will never change, ignoring the lessons of history that have seen the rise and fall of powerful empires. Those who walked before us, those of great minds and wealth, those amazing buildings they designed and enterprises they have run, are all dust. It has been said that the king and the pawn are returned to the same box when the game is over. That is true. And what remains are their artifacts and their gold. So think about this long and hard. We are living during an extraordinary time, using a monetary and financial system that was designed for rapid growth. This growth was enabled by a growing population and by an energy supply that was cheap to produce relative to all of the minerals it was used to mine, all of the goods it was used to manufacture, and all of the roads traveled to deliver those goods to consumers. In a way, one can say that this system is getting a little long in the tooth, as many of the foundations upon which it was built seem to be questionable. It is uncertain when the system will subside and the next one will take its place, but one thing is for sure, and that is that this system will someday come to an end. It may not end this year, this decade, or even during your lifetime, but there will come a time when it ends, and one of your descendants will be there to see it. And when it does end, all of this tremendous financial wealth that has accumulated and concentrated into so few hands will be as dust. The king and the pawn will return to the same box, and a new game will start. And what will remain is the same form of wealth that has remained for centuries. So as you wait for my next video, consider the nature of gold. It is forever wealth that is currently entangled in a fiat illusion. Its commodity value greatly understates its true value. Throughout most of history, it was not the common man who could afford it, but you can. These truly are interesting and unique times. Take advantage of them while you can. Accumulate some of this forever wealth, and ignore what the futures markets tell you it's worth. The price you see is a false signal from a false and fleeting time in our history.